Get out! Wait outside! People like you don't fly flights like this.
That's what she heard loud and clear, right before the storm broke loose. And the woman they tried to humiliate. Yeah, she owns the damn airline. Damn, oh. It was one of those gray afternoons where the sky hangs heavy, like it's holding its breath. The rain hadn't started yet, but you could feel it in your bones. Westbrook Executive Airport was quiet. Too quiet for a Monday. That kind of stillness that makes small things loud, heels clicking, suitcases rolling, and arrogance spilling from the lips of people who think they know everything. A black Mercedes rolled to a stop near the private terminal. The door opened, and Olivia Monroe stepped out. Tailored navy coat, Italian leather heels, and the kind of grace that money can't buy, because this wasn't about style, it was about presence. Power. And she had plenty of both. Olivia was just back from Zurich, where she'd closed a $1.2 billion expansion deal for her company, Monroe Global Aviation. But here, at her own terminal, she was just another suspicious black woman in designer heels. She walked toward the private lounge calm, quiet. But the moment she reached the frosted glass doors, a voice snapped like a whip. "Excuse me, ma'am. This lounge is for first class and members only." The man's name was Brent Callahan, mid-40s, thinning hair, shiny forehead, and a smile that didn't quite reach his eyes. He worked the front desk like a gatekeeper to heaven, except he thought it was hell every time a blackface showed up. Olivia simply reached into her clutch and handed him her titanium membership card and boarding pass. Platinum credentials, the kind they don't even advertise online. Brent held them up to the light, literally like he was scanning counterfeit money. "These look unusual," he muttered, loud enough for the two women behind her to hear. They chuckled. "You sure you belong here?" he asked. Olivia tilted her head, her voice calm but laced with steel. "More than you know." But Brent just smirked. "You'll have to wait outside while we verify these for security purposes." Outside, the rain had finally started, cold needles. Olivia stood quietly beneath the overhang, watching one white passenger after another stroll past her. No ID checks, no waiting, no cold looks. Just smiles and nods. She stood there for 25 minutes, soaked, while Brent let everyone in but her. Then came Emma Rowe, another employee, blonde, early 30s, clipboard in hand, eyes sharp enough to draw blood. Emma didn't ask any questions, just took one look at Olivia's face and radioed security. "We have someone unauthorized attempting access to Flight 7C. Please respond." This time, Olivia didn't stay silent. "I'm not unauthorized. I'm Olivia Monroe. My name is on the jet." Emma gave her a look, half laugh, half sneer. "If you were who you say you are, we'd know you. Now step aside." The room got quiet, tense. One of the attendants, Mia, a young intern, shifted on her feet. She stepped forward, eyes full of doubt but heart leaning toward Olivia. "Maybe we should double-check. Her credentials look valid, and this seems—" "Mia," Emma cut in, voice ice cold, "go back to your post, or you won't have one." Mia froze. Her eyes met Olivia's for a brief second, apologetic, regretful. She squeezed her fingers tight around her clipboard and stepped back, head bowed. One step forward, two steps back. Nobody else said a word. The crowd, the ones in luxury suits and designer scarves, they watched. A few nodded with Emma, one whispered, "Security's just doing their job." Another scoffed. "She's probably bluffing." The rest quiet, staring, silent accomplices. The air shifted. Olivia pulled out her phone, no more smiling, no more explaining. She dialed. "Lauren, connect me to the board, now, and have Ryan pull every camera angle from this terminal past hour." The moment her voice changed, Emma's smirk faltered. Then she heard it. "Understood, Miss Monroe, patching through to the board." "Miss Monroe?" Emma blinked. Jason, who had joined in mocking Olivia just minutes ago, took a step back. You're the Monroe," he stammered. Olivia nodded once. "I gave you all a chance to correct yourselves. You chose this." Minutes later, Ethan Monroe, her brother and COO, arrived. His coat was still wet from the rain the second he saw her standing there. Hair damp, expression cold. His voice dropped to a dangerous calm.
What happened?
Here. Emma tried to speak. Jason tried to explain. We didn't recognize her. We thought— You thought a black woman couldn't own a fleet of private jets, Ethan barked. You thought your assumption meant more than her boarding pass. Captain Davis, the flight commander, stepped forward finally. Guilt carved across his face. I should have said something. I knew something felt wrong. I failed. Ethan didn't even look at him. But Olivia did. Her eyes sharp, tired, wounded, locked onto every face in that room. The ones who laughed, the ones who stared, the ones who looked away. And then she said it, calm, clear, like a thunderclap. From this moment forward, Emma Rowe and Brent Callahan are terminated. Your badges are revoked. Security will escort you out. And this entire terminal is under investigation for racial profiling and misconduct. The room gasped. Emma's face twisted. Jason tried to argue, but their power had vanished. The silent crowd, now they looked ashamed. One woman covered her mouth. A man stepped behind a column, eyes down. Another whispered, I didn't know. I just followed. Too late. The storm outside had broken wide open, but inside was silence. 2 hours later, Olivia stood at the head of a private jet's conference cabin, facing the company's senior board. She didn't raise her voice once. Racism doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers. It checks IDs twice. It waits in silence. It lets things slide. Not anymore. She announced a full-scale audit of internal culture, a new AI system to flag discriminatory behavior, and mandatory accountability protocols across every level of Monroe Global Aviation. No applause, just realization. Weeks later, Emma sent Olivia a handwritten letter. It wasn't a defense. It was a reckoning. I didn't see the world clearly. I only saw what I was taught to see. I'm sorry. Did Olivia forgive her? Maybe. But forgiveness isn't always the point. Sometimes justice is. And Olivia. She didn't ask for applause. She asked for change. As the rain slid down the jet's window, she watched the runway disappear beneath the clouds, leaving behind a terminal that would never be the same again.